You fucking humans.
Yes, all us fucking
Excuse
humans.
you.
And we're here, and we're going, and we're definitely live. Okay, cool. Awesome. I think it did actually open with the "you stupid fucking humans."
It did. I saw the live thing flash, and I'm like, I'm seizing the moment.
That's
all we
pull up
want.
My character sheet.
Yeah, all we want for posterity. So let's get this started because it's been a while. I'm just going to dive right into the recap video, which I think the sound is better this time. Please tell me if otherwise. Of Blunderers. Last time around, you problem solvers found yourselves as dogs standing on a street corner in a city you've never been to before, after following an interesting glass bead found in the desert. After figuring out what was happening and who you were and what you looked like, Aramil, being a large shaggy sheepdog, headed out into the street to go piss on a fire hydrant. Not a joke. Upon pissing on a fire hydrant, a metal wagon with 4 wheels appeared next to him, and 4 large individuals stepped out. Metallic, faceless, emotionless robots. The robots attempted to kidnap or dognap, I suppose, Aramil, but were fought off. But upon the 4 robots being pushed back, more arrived and attempted to take battle with the problem solvers. You all fled deeper into the city, finding your way to a large roundabout around a large glass statue of a dragonborn holding a staff aloft with the name Bertrand Dawnhammer etched into the side of it. Also, written into the statue was, "In commemoration of the Day of Victory, we dedicate this statue." Upon breaking into the house of Sonia's Sparkle Scale, non-important NPC, Trev and Nyx discovered a large glass computer calling itself the Caretaker, who enlightened you to a number of different things about the City of Glass. Project Elysium, also known as the Nation-State Project, which had the dedication to remove the physical incompatibilities of life. What that means, you're not entirely sure yet. It also let you know where that Project Elysium was taking place, dead middle of the city. I have a map I can show you guys a little bit later. Upon bringing the rest of the party in, due to more of those wagons arriving with more of those robots in it, the Caretaker revealed itself as an enemy, saying that it knew who you were and that it was after you, and thanking you for coming here to the lost City of Glass. You all fled out the back door of the home and took off towards the center of the city where the Caretaker said Project Elysium was taking place. You all hid into a shed for the night, bedding down and beginning to rest, but Trev, out on watch, heard a soft pattering on the roof. You stepped outside, Trev, to discover a cat with very interesting black fur that seems to sparkle in the moonlight, staring at you. It greeted you familiarly as Corn Dawnhammer, though as a cat, looked upon you. And we pick up from there.
The role of that will be played by Inky.
I really enjoy that the music turned into click and clack very quickly. Like,
yeah.
Buddy,
do it
don't
again.
Don't chew my wig. No.
Oh, Hank. Oh, Hank.
There are many things.
So yeah, that's what happened last time. For those of you who don't remember, it's been like 5 months.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when was the last episode?
July 11th.
Damn.
Yeah. So yes, I do actually have the map now to show you guys what you saw when the Caretaker showed you the things. You guys started down here in the Bright District and headed off towards that little circle with the 4 intersections coming off it perfectly compassed. It let you know that somewhere in that red circle in the middle is where Project Elysium is. What each of these colors means, you're not entirely sure.
Okay.
All right.
But anything else that I can remind you guys of before we jump in?
What is this game we are playing?
Yes, we're playing the Dungeons and the Dragons.
You say
Also
I'm a dog, but I'm a vampire.
Oh, right. I also need to
You can be
turn that back on.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. I got you. Other thing to remember is that if you are casting spells that has fingery motions in it, you have to justify to me how your little doggy self gets to do it.
To wiggle my paws.
Yeah, you wiggle your paws, you do it with your mouth, you do it with your tail. It's up to you.
This bit is gonna get old fast.
We have to stop. So we'll pick up. Trev, you are greeted with the feline form of an familiar individual. You're not entirely sure why you know that they're very familiar, but they're familiar.
You're a familiar or they're familiar?
Yes.
She is familiar to you, even though she is a cat.
Oh God, I legitimately already forget what the last thing that what the last thing I said 4 months ago was.
Basically, you had just said you had confirmed that is who you think it is, and Corn had said to you that it took you guys long enough to get here.
Fair enough. It feels like it's been months. What brings you here? And
I mean, I promised you I would be here. I needed to make sure that you got here and assumed you would need a guide, but then you made a fucking mess of it almost immediately upon coming in, so...
Obviously proving that we don't need a guide, then. we can do bad all by ourselves.
She just sort of...
cat? Like, dogs are cool and all, but why'd you get to be a cat?
It's completely random by the moment. Times I've come back here, I've been a horse, I've been a cat, I've been a dog, I've been a bird.
Oh, now I want to...
We even come back a couple times? Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what I want to do.
Or scary to have to make up stuff on the spot. Yeah.
I don't think we can get out.
There's that part. You're not sure how to leave.
Yeah.
Also fair.
I don't know. I don't really have access to re-rolling right now. Anyway, oh God, sorry, Gary. I legitimately
No, you're good.
Yeah, why what we're here for?
So, right. I didn't actually include that in the recap, which was probably important now that I think about it. So the reason you're here in the Lost City of Glass is to discover another person as part of the prophecy, a dragonborn called Darwin. You did ask the caretaker AI if they were familiar with the individual, and they said no. Now that you know the caretaker AI is a lying piece of shit, so take that for what it is. No, Hal is the name of the computer.
Yeah, Hal is the...
Oh, right. Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
That's it. Thank you. I was mixing up.
Yes. Which did, I will remind you guys, I put this in the chat earlier for us, but I'll remind for viewers out there as well. Last episode did give us the two great lines, one from Nyx. Why do I feel like this computer just lied to me? And then a series of failed insight checks. And
who was the other one?
Who was the other line?
Yeah.
It was Trev talking about
line for sure.
Talking about the robots. As robots are showing up and you guys are deciding whether to fight or flee, you get Trev. I've killed every cop I've come across. I'm not worried yet.
That was it.
Things are going to be fine, everyone.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so
as upon realizing last time that things were weirder here than you expected. You expected to find a city full of dragonborn that perhaps have fallen off the map, but a city full of dragonborn. Instead, you have found a city with absolutely no life in it except for plant life. That is full of, you're not sure if murderous, but at least capture-oriented robots.
Yeah, weird machines. Animate metal stuff.
Yes, animate metal machines. And then an AI that said it knew who you were and that it was very glad that you showed up, which is not great.
Yeah, I don't like that one, but...
Yep.
Anyway. So yeah, I guess the first question for Corin the cat is, have you had a run-in with the caretaker yet?
Oh, I'm very, very, very familiar with that bitch.
So did the computer lie to you also?
It lied to everybody, Trevathan. I guess lying is not... I'm not sure if it's smart enough to lie. Well, it's smart enough to lie, that's for sure. But I think it's more... It's smart enough to be manipulative.
Right.
Hard to know.
So the project that it's working on...
Elysium, yes.
Yeah, how much background do you have on what that is and, well... what we need, if we need to do something about it.
You see the fur on her back kind of stand up, and she suddenly kind of peers around and goes, maybe we should have this conversation in a more private locale.
looks down at Shed.
I was gonna come into our
Kind
shed.
of the best we've got. Oh,
Shed works. Luckily for us, and she kind of
everybody else is asleep still.
yeah, she hops off the roof down to your level and looks at you and begins to kind of prance past you. She says, "Luckily for us, most sheds aren't hooked up to an internet." And kind of walks inside.
Into
what?
what?
Does that mean there's a hammock in there?
Intranet. Sorry, not internet. Intranet.
Intro what?
She kind of walks in,
like
looks around, and realizes that everyone is asleep except for a sheepdog that is just sort of panning in the corner. I'm going to make an assumption.
Hi, kitty.
My assumption is correct. Great.
Got it in one.
Guys, it's a cat. It's a cat. Guys.
Huh? What?
You're all awoken by the borking of an excited and probably slobber of a sheepdog.
And wiggling. Very
Okay.
wiggly.
Do we know who this is? Like, is it immediately recognizable
We've met
upon?
this cat before.
It's pretty obvious.
Okay.
Just due to the patterning in the fur, like the weird silver sparkles that come off the fur as well, and the haughtiness with which she sits on the ground.
That's cat.
Size
That's cat.
hackles.
Like a dragonborn,
That's
I
just
swear.
cats.
Yeah, size hackles are raised.
Yep. She kind of looks over at all of you and says, "Okay, at
Yeah, see,
least
this is what the cat question came from, because we're all dogs. So if
I'd-
you said
I-
random,
I've-
it was crazy.
I've never seen everything go into one. So, respect. Why is she kind of like uses her tail to gesture at Marleman? Why is he blue?
Do you really need to ask that?
He's blue.
Do you mean like physically or emotionally
It's a
or?
blue German Shepherd.
Mm.
I'm going to take that question back and let's move on.
Wise, you're learning.
I'll respond with a reciprocating question. Why are you a cat? Which we still don't know the answer
We've
to.
been over this.
So, no, I know. That's my point. Is who knows?
It's like it was a random thing. It's really weird, but we can mess
Well,
with that later.
If you're asking why we're animals instead of,
That's a better
personages.
question. That's a better question. I like
Yeah.
that question more.
Oh yeah.
that part, I don't know. Whatever magic occurred to pull this plane or to pull the city out of the prime plane also set up a barrier that does weird shit.
Miss Cat Lady. Question.
You can actually no, Cat Lady works for me. Yes.
Can I be different animals still? Or
Have you
can I
tried?
be human still?
Have you
Or-
tried?
No, can I try?
Oh, please turn into a lamp.
What are you gonna try and turn into?
Fun.
First off, I want to try and turn into a cat.
Okay, you shrink to the size of a cat, but you are still a sheepdog.
Okay, then I want
I
to
was
try
really
and turn
hoping for
back
that
into
monstrous
a
cat
Arno.
dog creation.
Oh my god, can he be
No,
a
you'll
horse-sized
become whatever
duck?
you want to become, but it's also part dog.
So you're just always a dog?
Can I try and turn back into Aramil then, like how I would normally?
Oh.
So
Great
no, you attempt to return back to like neutral, and neutral is sheepdog.
Okay,
You're saying
I
you're
got some
in a
flying
wild enough shape?
coming, everyone.
Well, okay.
She kind of looks at you and says, "You should try and turn into a bird sometime, just to see what happens."
Flying
I try and
dog.
turn into a bird.
All right, you again sync to what sort of bird do you turn into?
Small one, like
Okay,
California
You know,
Condor.
Let's
He's
say you
gonna be a
turn-
small dog with wings.
let's say you turn into a sparrow. You feel like a sparrow, and you look like a dog. And when you try and fly, to everyone else, the doggy arms just start going like this, and you start flying. And honestly, it's kind of body horror.
hell
Yeah, that's
yeah.
terrible.
But you are a bird in all the birdie things.
Bring me
Okay.
your flying sheep, I will herd them.
Oh boy.
And all you guys hear is squeak, 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 squeak coming out of the face of
Of the
this
dog,
tiny
of the-
bird, tiny bird dog.
Okay.
Bird dogs.
That's weird. Well, at least you can fly. I guess.
Nice. So,
This is
anyway,
fascinating.
Aramil, we can't understand you.
turn back into a dog.
There
Okay.
you go.
Or an Aramil. Whatever. It seems like I can turn into things, but I'm still look like a dog.
Interesting.
All right. Okay. Well,
That was one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
You get
Yeah, I
used
didn't
to
like
it.
that.
Just
No.
you wait until I try and turn into Ankylosaurus again.
I
Oh.
hate
Giant
this.
scorpion mode is really
What
good.
a-
Oh, big doggy paws snapping people in half.
I'm very proud of
hate
you.
this.
Anyway,
Just a
Okay,
sheepdog
cat
with
lady,
giant
thank
back
you.
legs, a giant jaw, and tiny arms.
Oh, it's like the thing. Oh, no.
T-Rex dog.
It is actually kind of like the thing. Um, anyway,
Oh dear.
I hope that offers some amount of an explanation as to why we're all in this fucked up situation, but here we are.
And you're welcome for the
Nope.
no sleep.
Sure.
Actually, you explained nothing.
I've given you all I got. Now then. And she kind of like settles back fully. Mostly her eyes have been on you, Trev, for the entirety of this. And she says, scratch my back. I'll scratch yours. Help me destroy this thing, and I'll get you what you need.
that idiom's a lot weirder when we're all animals.
I was gonna say, I'm looking
Didn't
at Aramil.
think about
Don't
it.
actually scratch her.
Didn't think about it until this moment. She kind of looks at you, Armel. Stay the fuck away from me.
I already warned him.
Okay. I picture she like swats at me a couple of times.
No,
and I'm like,
her
"God,
tail
dog,
like
dog,
puffs
dog."
up like a kitty.
Yeah, she looks unhappy, cat-like.
So anyway, but yeah, like so you want to destroy this project too? I mean, it seems bad. I'm with you on that.
Yes, it seems bad because it is bad, and I would very much like to make this not be the case anymore.
Why are you here?
I am here because I need help, and as much as I would love to take care of this on my own, time has proven that I can't. The last people I tried to recruit to help me on this didn't go so great. So, I know that you all need something from me and from this place. And I need something from this place. So if I can get you what you want, you can get me what I want.
I imagine this question's going to be a waste of time, but what do you want beyond just putting an end to this whole thing?
Yeah.
Mostly just putting an end to this whole thing. And then I would love to just go away.
Dip.
All right, that sounds all right.
I would love to I don't mean die, Trevathan. I just want to fade out of the annals of history and be gone.
You really should word it better than that.
We'll see how we'll one way or another we'll get you there. It'll be all right. But for now, we got work to do.
She kind of you do see a sly grin.
What about your eyes?
She says, fair enough. So, allow me to tell you a couple of things about where we are. Number one, don't try and fight the Guardians. There's more of them than there are of you, and they will keep coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Back to
Fair.
the ground and hit the ground running.
Mhm.
Words. He's got it.
Words
Who
again.
lets dogs out, right?
Yep.
All right, number one. Keep the.
I genuinely don't know how to process what you just said. Everything that was in my brain ground to a halt.
It has that effect on people.
I feel
That's just Aramil.
dumber. I feel dumber for having heard it,
Ryan.
and may God have pity on your soul.
I thought it was funny.
What tune is that then? It's not.
Oh my god, it's all the small. No, all the
No!
No!
What's the name of that Smash Mouth song? No, I can't. Pull the name out of my brain.
It's all stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you're-
For fuck's sake, guys!
This collaborative psychotic break brought to you by vaccination after symptoms.
Yeah.
All right.
COVID shit.
That all happened.
Indeed.
Moving on. They will keep arriving in numbers. And I don't know where the end is.
And they're all stars.
Moving along. Number 2. We're just outside the outer district that leads into that leads into what we call the core district. Once we get into the core district, things are going to get fucked up and fucked up fast. When we get in there, all I ask, I'm asking 2 large favors. 1, to help me take out this bitch, and 2, when we get into the core district, just stay close, don't do anything stupid, and for the love of all that is holy, don't believe your eyes.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna make sure to have true sight prepped.
What did you say?
I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
The first is why? Why do you care?
Which part? Here? This is my home.
Why do you want to do this?
This is my home, and I would like it to not be what it is right now.
You're originally from here?
Oh,
Well, was there an ancestor or something in the square?
Did I not make that clear? Yes.
No. You just
ancestor.
said that you traveled here.
Ancestor, certainly ancestor. My name is Corin Dawnhammer, Paladin of the Lost City of Glass, fated champion of the Queen of Air and Darkness, and an all-around piece of shit.
Well, we know one part of that.
As such, I would like one part of that to stop being part of my title. If I'm going to do something good with my life, I at least want it to be here.
Okay.
That's fair.
Could I ask a quick question?
Is that like an honorific? Is that a true title?
Which
or is
part?
That just the one that you're alluding to, the fact that you're a giant piece of shit.
Oh no, that's granted to me by me and by other.
Okay.
So that leads into my second question. What is your boss going to say about you trying to call it quits?
I don't know. That's
Let's just say someone has proved it possible, and if it's possible, I'm going to try my hand at it.
I'm gonna say there's some twists and turns along the way. Just so you know.
Do I believe her?
Roll an insight check.
It's a good question.
Nobody's done it yet.
I just assume she's naturally going to stab us in the back, but you know.
I mean, I do too, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. 18.
She is definitely honest about the... trying to think of the right way to phrase this, because like with an 18, you're not going to get all of it, but she is more compelling than you expected. And there is certainly truth to what she is saying. Is it the whole truth? You're not sure. But there is truth to it. She's probably not honest, but she is straightforward.
I guess if of all of it, if I could pick one thing out, it would be, does she working for the Queen?
She seems like she... So one thing you do pick up is that when she says the someone has proved it true and I'm going to try my hand at it, that is definitely true. You could definitely tell that is true. What that actually means in practice and what she wants out of it, you have no fucking idea. But her interactions with with Trev and seeing another way outside of this thumb has started something in her that you don't know where it's led in her own head, but there's something there.
Okay.
I trust her.
I don't fully trust her, but this is her home, and she wants to set it right. Whatever.
Yeah,
How many
that's
people have we
that
done
part's
that for,
fine.
and then they do something weird to us. Like, that's fine. We'll just
Also,
fuck her up if we need to.
we definitely need the help.
Yeah, and we're gonna like we're traveling in our paths align regardless right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But maybe save a couple of healing spells or something just in case, you know.
I am genuinely not asking for your trust in really much of any way. All I'm basically asking for is your assistance, and then I will give you what you asked for, and we can go our separate ways.
I would like to have a conversation with you once we get out of here. Before you
My
go
question-
your separate ways.
Sure.
Armil would probably poke Trev or something. Well, no. Armil probably wouldn't care about this, but Ryan cares about this. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Good play.
That's some good RP right there.
Yeah. We'll role play that out in a second. She kind of looks over all of you and says, "Fantastic. Also, word of advice, move during the day. It's easier to see the cameras. Besides that, I am going to not be in here with all of you. No offense. It smells like wet dog.
Fair.
So I'm going to go sleep outside. You all get your wonderful beauty rest as much as you need it, and we'll start up in the morning."
Marlon lets out a really good dog grumble.
Thought you were gonna say fart.
Awesome. Great.
Please, this is a dog shed. We've all been farting this whole time.
100%. Yes.
Please, yes.
It's just a cacophony of farts.
Aramil hasn't stopped licking himself.
Just she kind of picks herself up, just kind of does like a weird brush off sort of thing of like, all right, I feel grosser for now being in here, and makes for the door.
Fair enough.
Lots of like really awkward butt sniffs.
Well, it's less weird when you're doing it as a dog, I suppose.
Good night. She kind of leaves and heads out into the darkness.
Fair enough.
Well, what is something I said? Goodbye.
Never.
You're leaving? Oh, okay.
Okay.
I love that you're saying all of this when she is like long gone at this point.
She's a cat. She can hear it.
Yeah.
Aramil would like to say,
Woof.
I don't trust this cat because I'm a dog, first off.
Fair.
Second off,
Cat like
he wants us
cat.
to help her, I get that.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
what I was
all
thinking.
for helping her to shut down this thing and getting rid of these robots.
Mm-hmm.
But what are the odds that we help her and she pieces before giving us what we need?
And then we're back to where we started, and we're just sort of doing it on our own. Like that's
If she,
okay.
if she just bounces, it's better than stabbing us in the back, I suppose.
I think we can handle ourselves.
Out of
use the help,
yeah,
but
I know.
if
but
if at the very end of all this, she's not working for the Queen of Air and Darkness, we've won.
Absolutely. Like my goals. I mean, one of my major goals here is to make there be nobody left working for her. This is not one of the ways I expected it to happen, but you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out that way, I'll just do it the other way, and that's been working great. So you know,
maybe you can start a trend.
listen,
I feel like we've gotten our asses kicked a couple times.
listen, you. More of them are dead than us.
The chaff. The chaff. Sure.
We killed a friggin' werewolf, didn't we?
Yes.
And we're
That's
all
fair.
still standing.
We did
Yeah,
kill
we're
a
killing
werewolf.
Yeah.
We're
So do
awesome.
you all settle back in to go to sleep?
Yes.
Seems
Okay.
reasonable.
Can we complete a long rest?
Yes, you can
Yes.
complete your long rest.
Hooray!
For the bumps and bruises and spell slots you used fighting
Thank you.
some wondrous robots previously.
Bumps
Yep.
and bruises and spell slot uses. That's a fun
Yes.
She's and bros and non-binary hoes.
There you go. You all wake up the next morning, or what you feel like is the next morning, because you realize, especially Aramil and Trev, who have been kind of on watch, keeping an eye on things, that the shift from day to night is not what you expected. You didn't so much notice this yesterday, because there seemed to be a genuine like sunset sort of thing. You know, purples and oranges appeared in the sky, the light dimmed out, and then it got dark. The transition from night to day is frankly weird. At about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, as you just sort of are settling in, expecting to start to see the purples creep back into the sky and some light to start breaking on the horizon, it's still fully dark. No light whatsoever. And by 5:30, you start to become very concerned that, you know, something weird's going on here. When all of a sudden, like a light switch, it is bright daylight.
That's not jarring at all.
Interesting.
Trev, it kind of scares the shit out of you, being a naturally dim light creature.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I forget, do you still have, like, the drow, like, daylight sensitivity as the dog?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Now he's just a really cool dog because he has sunglasses.
That's what I want. Can I
He
be
is
the
a very
rad
cool dog.
Can I be the rad dog with the skateboard?
You know that song, like, Who
You
Let the
got
Dogs
a jersey
Out?
on and
That's about him.
everything.
I hate this. What have I done? But eventually everyone else is roused and awakened. You all eat some food and are ready to go about your day. After about an hour of, you know, kind of getting settled in, getting stuff ready, eating, you hear a soft tap at the door of the shed before the familiar cat-like shape kind of slinks its way through the crack, kind of looks over at all of you and says, "All right, let's get this over with." It just kind of turns around and starts walking.
Okay.
Okay.
Try to avoid the rivets.
Yeah.
I guess we follow her.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I got.
She leads you out into the street and along a kind of longer, one of the larger boulevards. You can see behind you, kind of leading to the south, another one of those kind of roundabouts with a statue in it. But you're all traveling perpendicular to that. You're going off into the east. And as you... Why are you shaking up a can of cider?
It says to.
It's down east.
It's down east, so it's not carbonated. Yeah. Gotcha.
The rules are to shake and
no,
then
it
wait
is
10
carbonated.
seconds.
You just,
Damn it.
Because it's not filtered or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to shake it, otherwise all of the apple is on the bottom.
Man, my hopes just got so up.
Yeah, sorry. So anyway, you guys are kind of being led away and to the east of that. As you go, you start to kind of leave the brownstony with backyards neighborhoods that you've been in, that all have, you know, perfectly manicured gardens and lawns and things like that. And those start to be replaced with kind of faceless steel and glass buildings. You seem to be transitioning out of whatever residential district you were in and into a kind of ring of more kind of faceless, emotionless area. The streets themselves are wider here to allow for more kind of interspersing, and kind of was a natural sort of widening out. And inside each of these glass buildings, you can see desks and tables. None of the buildings get higher than 3 or 4 stories, perhaps, but these are still some of the tallest buildings any of you have ever been around or seen. But it's all very quiet and emotionless and incredibly, incredibly tense. I need all of you to make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Break out the dice.
Yay.
Yeah, do the thing.
Nice.
Dungeon the Dragon.
Oh, the cards are part of the rolling area.
I can't open it.
The roll zone
Okay.
has been breached.
I don't notice anything.
What'd you get, Marlon?
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Great. What'd you get, Sai?
14.
Trev?
Loading.
Loading, good.
I was loading up my fucking thing.
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
There you go.
Nix?
20.
Armel?
Hang on.
This is plus 10.
Jesus.
22.
Okay.
Which is wise.
Yeah,
That
sounds
is
right.
that is high enough to cover for Marleman and, weirdly enough, Corin doing a bad job.
Woohoo!
As you're all making your way along, and
Vampires don't have great eyesight.
I guess I don't get to say anything.
yeah, well, no, Corin rolled a 4. So
I also got a 21.
Oh, nice. I thought I asked you. My bad.
No, you didn't.
Oh, my bad. But yes, good job. It definitely helps then. As you guys are making your way down this road and kind of looking around, you see these attached to some of these buildings are these boxes that seem to glint a little bit. And though Corin seems to have an eye out and has been kind of shoveling you guys around some of these things, she almost walks directly into one, and you're all able to notify her and stop her, as Marleman also is like, "Oh, what?" and then almost walks into the path of one as well and is stopped.
What?
Congratulations, you all survived that challenge. Next, I need you all to make a stealth roll.
There you go, Nix.
Oh,
Oh, don't jinx
Oh
me.
boy.
I need to look it up.
Your armor face.
Oh, brother.
Oh, shit.
You opposite
that's
jinxed me.
That's
Nat
good.
20 on Nix's stealth
Bonus.
roll.
Alright, so that
Nice.
just rolled like a
That's
70.
like a 50.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
Oh no, what'd you get, Sai?
You're gonna need it. 4.
Great.
Let me
Phaedra?
remember what else.
I got a nat 1.
Natural 1.
Holy shit.
So plus
Am I
whatever,
gonna
but
be-
it's still a natural 1.
What's
Natural 1's a
what's
natural
our
1.
highest roll so far?
Natural 20 for like a
700.
50.
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
I'm trying to actually calculate it. Hold on.
Don't worry about that.
I'm a
Okay.
13.
It'll offset.
13, Trev.
18.
18, Armel.
I'm still figuring it out. Sorry.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the one that rolled the highest with a 13.
I think it's a 70 is what Nix's nat 20 stealth roll.
Holy
comes out.
shit.
Amazing.
Holy.
I've got a plus 15 on my stealth.
So that's 35.
So 35 plus 35 if it's double.
Oh no, that part doesn't work for
Oh.
skill checks.
Ability
So,
check, so it's a
but it is
35.
still
But it is a 35.
35.
Still so cool.
Okay.
So the crit.
35. Holy shit.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah, that's kind of that's fucking wild.
And Armel, what'd you get? Because this is actually important.
8.
Fuck.
Motherfuckers.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Okay.
A critical success and a critical failure, so there you go.
Which balance each other out.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
it's-
the rest of them are not so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys walk for another hour among these faceless buildings, kind of picking your way through, trying to avoid these cameras as you can. Suddenly, as you kind of come out in between two of these buildings, you would cut through an alleyway and kind of jumped over to another set of road. You see one of those wagons coming kind of down the road. It's going relatively slow, which is why you didn't hear it previously. But you all sort of pull back and kind of press into the shadows. As it passes, you all take a deep sigh of relief as it seems to pass along. You give it another 30 seconds or so. You don't hear anything from the road. But as you all begin to kind of push out and look down the road, you can see that that wagon has stopped and is just sort of standing there stationary.
Ah, jeez.
I need Phaedra, Aramil, and Sai to all roll stealth checks.
Oh no, not again. Why?
Because you,
Okay.
Invisible.
Okay.
Because I can just do that at will.
14.
I forget.
Okay,
what do
so
I add
Sai
to this?
has gone invisible, which means you now have advantage on yours.
What do I add? I can't remember. What do I add to my thing?
Plus
I got
10.
14.
Plus 10?
Got an 11.
23.
23. And Armil, sorry, say again.
14.
14. Okay, that's good enough. You're all able to pull back immediately, but the larger dogs, it takes you a couple of seconds to get out of the way. But you all sit, you wait, and you wait before you start to hear the tires roll away into an opposite direction. Touch and go there, but you made it out of it.
Oh yeah.
Last thing I need you all to do is make an athletics check.
All right.
Okay.
Now we're in the home field of your boy.
18.
I
So
have
18 for
I have a
Phaedra.
ton of bardic inspiration. Should I be? Who can I? Would this not have applied prior?
You can give it to anybody but yourself.
Hi, Ryan.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
Bark
Who needs it?
songily.
You have to say you're doing it before the roll, Marleman. You cannot do after.
We'll do it for the future.
I got a 4.
Great. Sai,
24.
24. Nyx,
16.
16. Fader, you already have an 18. Trev, like a billion.
26.
Yep. And then Marleman?
You said athletics?
Yes.
9.
Okay, that's fine. Like, you all did fine. Buoyed by the upper rolls.
Taking a roll.
You're able to travel for the entire day. You don't have to stop and take any rest or anything like that. You're able to move through the streets at half pace, staying stealthily, but you're able to move for the entire day. By the time that the day starts to dim and the light starts to head out of the sky, you've made it a significant portion through the inner district. And you're almost to the core district now. Congratulations. You all...
Okay.
So now that you're out of the residential district, it will be more difficult to find a place to rest. So I need you guys to choose 2 people to operate as survivalists to find a safe place to rest. Who would like to do that?
Probably you should.
I have a good.
It's a
perception.
wisdom.
Say, is that
I'm
like
the-
a perception-y kind of thing?
It is literally the survival skill.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
proficient
Yeah.
in it.
I'm not.
Ooh, not me.
I am
I
one
have-
of the people who should be doing that.
I
Yeah,
can do that.
Yeah.
I have a
I have
plus
plus 4.
3.
I've
I
got
have
a plus
plus
5.
Oh yeah, Aramel and Trevor.
But our
you do
elves
it.
do the job. I would
All right.
Yeah, let's go,
So elves, roll your d20s.
Elf Brothers.
Ooh, hell yeah, let's go.
Ooh,
That's not bad.
19.
23.
Well done. You guys are able to find an alleyway that seems to be well set off the road. It's still been picked clean of garbage, much like the previous alleyways you've gone through. But you're able to find kind of a shadowy corner to all curl up basically into a big doggy pile and rest for an evening. Everyone does get the benefits of a full rest. You do not take a point of exhaustion.
Aramil lays down in the dog pile the entire night. Even though he doesn't sleep, he loves dog pile.
He's just in it.
Great. Just
I
in
love
it.
it.
So
Corin is kind of sitting off to the side watching all of this, just cat-like rolling of the eyes as much as possible.
Ned, you don't
but-
have friends.
Oh, I did have friends. Thanks, guys. You all get the benefits of full rest, no points of exhaustion. Well done. You've safely traversed a district of this city without incident so far.
Hooray!
Nice.
Same idea as the night before, though.
Cool.
Trev and Armil, you watch the sky go from night to day in seconds in what is an incredibly jarring transition. Everybody is roused. Dry rations are eaten.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. How long are the nights into day, like by hour, if you would say?
It's about 9 hours of darkness.
Okay.
By about 8:30 or so is when full darkness is set in, and then at 5:30 in the morning,
Does it
suddenly
dim?
day.
Does it dim over the course, or does it also just shut
So-
off?
So going into night, it does actually dim. There are colors,
Okay.
there's sunset, there's all that sorts of stuff. But into day, it just happens.
Cool, got it.
So
Mhm.
before setting out in the morning, I'm gonna have talk to Core and be like, hey, we need to have a strategy session for what we're doing here, because it seems like this is about to get hard.
Oh yes, we're very close to the inner district now. Things are going to get very complicated very quickly. And you can see that she's like agitated. She's not looking forward to whatever is coming next.
Could we use a distraction in another part of the city?
That would certainly help if you have something in mind.
Yeah. Where did she ever produce a map of the place to us?
She does not have a map. No. The computer gave you a map that right. Phaedra drew with her mouth.
It sounds weird when you say it.
Sounds weird when you did it.
Yeah.
Phaedra, let's lay that map out. And Corn, where would you think the distraction would be most effective? Within, say, I don't know, 45 minutes travel time from here.
Then it would probably be best to go east, deeper into the core district in a different way than we are going, to try and attract as much attention as possible that way. 45 minutes isn't enough time to probably get it into one of the outer districts, so we're going to need to be smart about this.
That's fine. So for my plan, I'll call up a Earth Elemental.
Okay.
Have it glide under the ground till it's 45, 50 minutes out.
Okay.
And then just start breaking shit. Just causing a ruckus.
Okay. You send it out, and we'll see what benefits that gives you.
Yeah. We'll do that. Well, I'll also ask for when we should do that. Like if there's a certain point where you think it's going to be difficult for us to do.
I think in another 2 hours or so would probably be best. So
whenever you need it.
Yep, you can hold on that, and we'll go from there. But that does mean at least that for the first set of for the first check, it will be normal. The last 2 checks you will all have advantage on.
Nice.
So now that you've seen all 3 checks, let me roll this die and figure out which one happens first today. It's the perception checks. Everyone, perception check, please.
Cool. And I'll say it now. I'm invisible the whole time, so
That's
I don't
fine.
fucking forget again.
Yep, sounds good.
Ooh, that's decent.
25.
Damn. Trev?
14.
9.
20.
Nice.
10.
10. Nix?
27.
All right, way better than yesterday. There's a couple of touch and go moments with cameras, but you all safely navigate them. Next up is the stealth checks with advantage.
So just regular for me.
Yes.
But still the plus 10.
I still get the plus 10.
How does advantage stack or whatever?
It doesn't.
Yeah, all right. I forgot. Because I have double advantage.
Yeah. Sai, what'd you get?
I got a 14, but my first roll was a natural 1, so
That's fine. You had advantage. You had advantage, so you're good.
Yep.
Phaedra.
Thank God
18.
for advantage, bro.
18. Trev?
Thank God for that plus 10.
That was an 8 and a 19, so let's go with the 19.
Sigh.
Marleman?
See, for me it was either a 1 or 9, so it's actually a 12.
Good job.
Better than
There you go.
It was a good distraction, Sai. Good job. Armil.
23.
And Nix.
Nice.
I rolled another nat 20.
Goddamn.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
That's our rogue.
stealth goes fine. You guys do see a few more of those wagons out on the road today, but many of them seem to be heading off to the east in quick direction, and don't seem to stop and notice anything about you guys. And finally is the athletics. Would you also have advantage on?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I do? Oh, okay. Okay.
Ooh. All right.
So $1 billion for Trev.
Don't even need to do the math on that one. That's a natural 20.
Awesome.
Nice.
Sai,
21.
Marleman,
I'm sorry. What was that roll? I was thinking about
Athletics.
something else. Athletics. I'm so sorry.
They're good.
That's an 11 plus 1, 12.
Great.
You
Vader,
have advantage.
you do have
21.
advantage.
Oh, I do? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll roll again. 15
Great.
plus 1, 16.
Aramel.
Yeah,
15.
21's odd.
Next.
24.
Great. And you're all able to make the distance that you need to make at proper speed, thanks to the distraction again, drawing a lot of attention elsewhere. You're able to make it to where you have to go actually in half time. So by midday, just around lunch, you begin to notice that the glass and concrete begins to fall away, replaced by larger gaps in between the buildings. We haven't hit the point of no buildings, but there are more gaps to it. There are bigger kind of echoes as you go, until suddenly Corin stops at the front and kind of gestures backwards for you guys all to halt. And you can see in front of her empty space for the most part that seems to lead to a spot you hadn't noticed before, and you have to stop and think to yourself and ask how you never noticed this before, but you hadn't noticed it up until now, that there seems to be some kind of shape or structure or something that seems to glow red in front of you. Maybe about a half mile through this empty space, right in the center, there seems to be this glowing red object. And as you all sort of stop and kind of shake your heads and whatnot, she turns back and looks at all of you and says, "Remember, stay close. Don't touch anything. And for the love of all that is holy, don't trust your eyes."
True sight.
Cast True Sight on yourself. At which point she turns around and walks a step forward and vanishes.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, can't even see that. So great. Cool. All right.
I follow her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aramil kind of boop-a-doop-a-doo, immediately afterwards, and the rest of you follow suit.
Yeah,
What you're
so follow.
what you're
Going
greeted
left.
with on the other side is a landscape you've never really seen before. It seems alien but familiar, with a kind of soft pressed dirt with a bit of a reddish hue to it, a red overwrought sky with a number of clouds and kind of what looks like swirling shapes as well, and these large jagged rocks that seem to punch out of every sort of place. And as you all get your bearings for whatever it is that just happened to you, you all breathe in the smell, and the smell is what is familiar more than anything. This sulfuric smell of death and decay that you have not smelled in a few weeks. Somehow you feel yourself back in the hells. And as that thought kind of echoes through you, you all hear at a distance thundering hooves and the sounds of clanging metal and shouting. You look to your right and you can see a horde of creatures begin running towards you. Yes, Phaedra.
Do I actually see that?
We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
You see a horde of creatures come running towards you, thundering, shouting, shapes of demons that you recognize, some that you don't, but just a mess of flesh and anger. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yike. Ooh.
Except for Phaedra. Phaedra, you're good.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yes. 24.
Nice. Anyone lower than a 20?
Me, 8.
Oh, shit.
9.
Can you show me my wisdom?
I'm scared. We're all feared.
Yours is plus 10.
Yeah. No, I'm not lower than 20.
Okay. And Trev, you're good, I assume?
I'm exactly 20.
Perfect. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
That's- DC's 20. You're good. You made it. Those of you below 20, you are frightened.
Yeah.
And you immediately turn around and start running back the direction you came.
Cool.
I'll grab who's ever closest to me.
Yeah,
Make a.
Wait,
I
I
believe it'd
cannot
be
be
athletics.
frightened. I cannot be frightened.
Oh, because your ring. That's correct. You're good.
Nice.
So it's just Marleman turns around and starts fucking running.
Yeah, can we try to grab this fucking dude?
Make an athletics. Whoever would like to try.
Oh my god.
I'll grab him.
Pretty good.
26.
Yeah, there you go.
Just grab his tail and pull him.
Okay.
Oh, that's painful.
Marleman, you are being grabbed. You are being restrained. But you do have to make an athletics check to try and break free. And continue running.
Oh.
God damn it. That's a 14?
You're being held. You're not going nowhere.
I will.
Okay.
If he's like all freaked out, let me just make sure this spell does what I think it does.
I've got something if not.
Calm person.
I have calm
no.
emotions.
Calm dog.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to use a charge of Peacekeeper to calm
Got
emotions
animal
on him.
handling.
Just to chill him out. I don't
Animal
know if
handling
that
will
does-
not
So
help
does
here.
Jay.
No, yeah, it's calm emotions. is what you're looking for.
But a charge of calm emotions out of Peacekeeper will do it.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Yes, Marleman, you are no longer feared.
Woohoo!
As you all realize that this is in fact an illusion, this is not currently happening. It's weird though, walking forward as this group of demons basically charges through you without touching you. It's still an uncomfortable situation. When suddenly you press forward a little bit more, make it a couple of dozen yards, when suddenly you all blink and the scene shifts, and what you all see changes. Again, Phaedra, you're good. True Sight, this magic, whatever is happening, all you see in front of you is this same large open expanse. Mm-hmm. You could see your friends, and you could see a cat, about 15 feet ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm aware that I'm keeping an eye on my friends in case something happens to them.
Yeah.
So.
And you know that you guys are progressively getting closer to this glowing red structure, which looks more and more the sharper and sharper as you go. Just okay. That's what's happening with you, kind of recurringly.
Sure.
What you all see changes person by person. Sai, you see a cell, a wet and damp cell with as little light as possible coming from the small gated window above you. You can feel manacles around your hands dragging towards the ground, and your clothes feel rough and broken. But most importantly, in the center of your back, you can feel an itching burn of a brand that still feels fresh and aware. And you know what its shape is, and you know what symbols it is. But it's new again, and it's fresh again. Nyx, although you can't be feared, you do see things. You don't have the benefit of not seeing the illusions, they're just not affecting you. As you can see the heaped bodies of your friends in various forms of torture, some broken, some whole, and standing beside the pile is a relatively tall, gray-skinned drow, sword unsheathed, dripping with blood, looking back on you with glowing purple eyes and a devilish smile. Trev, you see the same thing.
Oh, weird.
But looking,
there's one difference.
But looking from the opposite direction.
I was gonna say perspective.
Looking at Nyx and feeling inside of you the joy it would be to remove this last obstacle from bringing the glory of your queen back to this world. Marleman, you, oddly enough,
scared as shit. Let me tell you.
so you were no longer feared. So you were good. But what you see, even you don't fully comprehend at first, because you just see a room, just a very nice room, and you can feel this very nice wooden desk in front of you. You feel comfortable and warm. As you look down, though, you can see a piece of paper, an obituary, written out in your hand, signed at the bottom, that just says, "She did all she could, but it wasn't enough." And Phaedra, although you can't see what's happening here, you do see your friends, all of them, looking in deep distress. And don't worry, Aramil, I haven't forgotten you.
No,
no.
Arlo doesn't get one.
Yes, you do. You do.
He's
Oh,
a good
no.
boy. He's a
It's
happy
gonna be
Because-
him eating meat.
You are in a place that was formerly comfortable to you. A bright swath of trees swaying in the breeze. The sun streaming through. You can hear birds and bugs around you, but you're alone. And whereas the loneliness before wasn't something that really kind of felt odd to you because you were surrounded by life, you know you're not alone by choice anymore. And you know that your world is empty again. And all you have to look forward to is being alone. All of you make a wisdom saving throw. Except for Fader.
Mhm.
Well, except for next you don't have to do it because
Same thing.
you know this is an illusion, but that doesn't mean you don't see this fucked up shit.
All right, I'm changing my dice out. I don't like that dice. Natural 1!
Are those
Oh,
the ones I made
Marleman!
you? Are they the ones I made you? Because those shouldn't be used for actually rolling.
I'm sure hoping
Okay.
a 20 is still good enough.
No!
Yes, 20 is still the DC.
I failed.
Has this been less than a minute?
What?
The
So-
effects of calm emotions last for a minute.
It took you a little while to walk a distance. It's not.
I have it prepared also, just because
I know you do.
feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll,
Sorry, my internet cut out. I couldn't
yeah,
hear
we'll,
your answer.
we'll be good to go. I didn't actually hear what you said there, Jay.
I got an
Oh,
18.
okay. 13.
So those of you that failed, this time you are not actually feared. You are stunned, and you cannot move for a full 6-second round, which may not sound that exciting at the moment.
Oh, great.
Until Phaedra, you being outside of the illusions, can hear behind you metal footsteps.
Oh no.
And you turn and you notice that there are a handful of these guards approaching. And that it is time to really, really begin moving.
Okay.
So, remind me who are good. Trev, Nyx, and Phaedra, you're all good. And then
Correct.
Sai, Marleman, and Aramil, you are rooted still in sadness, depression, fear, whatever way you want to put it.
Same.
So they're stunned is the condition
Yes.
they're under? Okay.
They cannot move.
Okay, that was my question, because I was seeing if calm emotions took care of anything related to that. Nope, just frightened and charmed.
Nope.
Not
Just double checking. Was just double checking. Okay. We need to go.
True.
So Nyx is fine. Me and Trev.
Uh-huh.
6 seconds? Or is it more urgent than that?
You can hear Phaedra speak. You may not be able to see her at the moment, but you can hear her speak from where you think she would be.
Fuck. Okay. I don't have any invisibilities or anything. Okay. Shit. What can I do here? I don't have anything that can help with this, I think. Oh boy.
Ron, pick us up.
I mean, I can pick one of you up, but I can't. I'm gonna grab Marleman.
Okay. Make
He's
a
the
strength check.
squishiest out of all of you. I'm sorry. Athletics.
So do it.
Strength, athletics, whichever one you'd like to do.
I have 105 hit points.
Yeah, I know. 16.
Okay. You are able to lift Marleman. Marleman, you feel yourself As this melancholy kind of swells over you, you feel arms suddenly appear around your waist, and you're tucked like a football and can feel running beneath you.
Different
I've
question.
got him.
Am I like wax dolled? Like
Kind of, yes.
Oh, good.
Can I? Is it? I can see that Nyx and
You can see
Trev
them blinking
are-
off these
and they're
illusions.
moving.
Yes.
Like they can
Yes.
move a little. Like I'll try to. Can I also like try to shake them? And be like, we gotta move. We gotta move.
Yeah, totally. You can do so.
Yeah, sure.
We need to grab the others. I've got Marleman. We need to get Sai and Aramil.
I'm a Yoki.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be tough for
No,
her.
fair. Nyx, fair. I don't have anything to like hide us, so that's why I'm
I mean, so luckily enough, because Trev's strength is above 20, you do
My
have
strength
the
is absurd. That is true.
you do have the ability to carry 2 people if you so choose.
Oh, all right. I was about to do like some stuff to try and make that possible, but if it's just possible, that's also way better.
Yeah, you feel confident in your ability to do so.
If it'll make it easier, I can cast levitate on somebody.
Oh, that
And
would definitely make it easier.
Then that'll just allow like Nyx to drag someone basically without too much effort, or push them along with their cute little head, which would be really fun.
That would 100% make it easier. Yes.
All right,
I will
so yeah.
I will help put them on him if he needs any assistance, like getting them
I want to
on
actually
him.
cast in just Drow High Magic. I can just do
'Kay.
this.
You
if
do
they're
so.
I'm pretty sure if they're a willing target, it's not even a problem.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not even that they're a willing target. It's that they do not have the brain function right now to not
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, so this can last up to 10 minutes as long as concentrations is going to work. So hopefully that's enough.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'll concentrate or do that on whoever the heavier one is. I don't actually know.
Sai.
Yeah, he's the
So
pit bull.
do that on Sai and then grab I guess Aramil at this point.
Yeah.
Is the,
Yeah, because I
and
took
then-
Marleman.
So yeah, let's do this.
Make a baby strength check just to make sure that you can pick up Aramil, but honestly, you could probably do it with a pinky. So
Curious question.
yes,
Do we weigh as much as our dog counterparts do, or do we weigh as much as our human counterparts?
you weigh like you.
Okay. So, okay.
For weight class purposes, you are medium sized.
Okay. So I'm a 150-pound pit bull.
And
Yeah,
it was only a 19,
Boy.
but that's still
It's
probably
fine.
good enough.
You know, Aramil is a slender elf. It's not
a skinny little elf.
Yeah.
Not
So
really-
yeah. So then we have
not
a
really an issue for you to
levitating-
grab by the collar and pull.
a levitating pit bull.
Yes, there's a levitating pit bull, a German Shepherd that is being carried by an Irish setter, and a sheepdog that's being carried by a Weimaraner, and then a little Yorkie who's trotting next. The floating bulldog is being
Along,
pushed
yeah.
by a Yorkie.
What is the cat doing?
The cat
Good question.
is running, Phaedra, and you could tell that Corin is running in the correct direction, but whatever
I'm
they're
following
dealing
the
with,
cat.
you can't even tell.
I'm following the cat, I guess.
You begin running. After that round of stunned is over, you all make it 80 feet or however long your dash distances are. You all kind of blink and those illusions are gone out of your eyes, replaced instead by what feels like a green field of grass. This one doesn't seem to be an illusion of much weight besides to try and get you to calm down. And kind of make you slow up, but because you have someone who is telling you, "Hey, bad shit's happening. You need to move," you do not do so. Marleman and Aramil, your senses return to you being carried by other individuals. Sai, your senses return to you as you're floating about 6 inches off the ground, being pushed by a Yorkie.
I imagine that Aramil would definitely just be like licking Trev a bunch.
Aww.
Does that coincidentally break my concentration? No.
No.
I mean, like as soon
But
as I
your
have like
heart
a
grew
sig,
3 sizes.
as long as I have like a signal that like size good, then I can just drop the levitation spell.
Okay. Sai, how you looking?
A little confused at first, but looks back, sees Nick's pushing him. So put his arms out to be like the Superman pose and
Great.
When the spell drops, bam,
Yeah.
Amazing.
Perfect.
but he'll recover.
Charlotte ground it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are certainly able to recover yourself and then begin running again. Once you make it through the green field,
I'm not putting Marleman down, by the way.
That's fine.
It's just fair.
that is totally fine.
Hey, gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Once you make it through the green field, which is another 100 feet or so, you all physically feel ill as you exit the illusory terrain and are back on what, at the very least, you feel like has to be real solid ground with real things on it. Looking behind you, you can't see anything except for the buildings themselves that you had left. Phaedra, you can see numerous of those robots making their way through the illusory terrain.
Are they
So,
having robot nightmares, dreaming of electric sheep or whatever?
hard to tell. They're also not dashing. They are purely moving at a steady pace.
Fair enough.
Chasing Voorhees through the woods, kind of just walking.
Well,
That's upsetting.
you guys also can't. Everyone but Phaedra can't see them. You only see the ripples of the illusory terrain itself. They are hidden inside the illusory terrain right now. But because Phaedra can see through it, it's ta-da. But being reminded that there is bad shit on the other side, you all move relatively quickly towards what is now much, much clearer in front of you. A large circular red building with spires of red crystal coming out of the top. Around the building itself, you can see this kind of drop-off that you can't see down into right now, but the ground seems to fall away. And there are thin concrete bridges that seem to lead to the structure itself. You're in front of one of them, and you can see a couple of other ones. So what looks like a very deep pit, stone bridges over said deep pit, into this circular red structure with a number of crystals coming out the top. As you all take a beat and begin to make a move towards it again, Corin kind of turns and looks over at all of you and says, "Well done. I expected that to go much more poorly, but we need to go."
My eyes still like white from the true sight.
Yeah, totally. And you all begin moving for this bridge. You make it to the edge of the bridge itself before the first of the robots start to break through the illusory terrain. At this point, you can see that there are dozens of them, at least 30 of them, making their way out of the terrain and towards where you all are. Is there anything you would like to do to try and slow them down?
How far away are they currently from us?
They're about 300 to 400 feet back.
Oh, all right. Well,
I can do things. Just give me a second to look it up while Emily takes her temperature.
Yeah, no problem.
checking. See if there's anything.
But, okay. There's stuff chasing us.
Yes.
I would like to cast Earth Tremor.
Ooh.
Okay. What does that do?
Behind us.
Yeah, big boy.
What that does is it means each and every creature other than myself or whatever in that specific area have to make a dex save.
That is
Any
within
fail-
10 feet.
That's within a 10-foot radius.
Are the robots considered creatures?
So the range on that Marleman is 10 feet. They are 400 feet behind you.
Oh, it's centered on himself.
Centered on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Are these considered creatures or constructs?
They are considered constructs.
I can
That was
do
not how
Wall
I
of
thought it
Thorns
was.
behind us,
Okay.
which creates a wall up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick.
Okay.
It blocks the line of sight, and they'll take piercing damage as they try and go through it. A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement.
Okay. And what's the area on that?
Like, how far away can I cast it?
Yeah.
I can cast it up to 120 feet.
Okay. So you put that up 120 feet behind you.
Yeah, and it's going to be a 60-foot long wall.
Perfect.
Nice.
10 feet high, 5 feet thick.
Perfect. So you are able to set that up. The robots will have not hit that yet, but they inevitably will.
Does it break line of sight?
It does break
Yes.
line of sight, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there any like alleyway or something we can duck into to get out
Absolutely not.
I think we just
Okay.
keep moving as much as we can.
Yeah.
That was mostly a question of just, do you have things to slow this encroaching force down?
I do, but I don't know if I should use it.
It's up to you. Do you
I
feel
could
like you would
spend
use
a
it?
bunch of sorcery points?
Well,
And
because I've got, I mean, I had
and do this.
Firestorm prepared,
Well,
but like,
Let's book it and see
That might be-
how much that slows them down.
yeah,
Because we
I'm not
outpace
sure.
them.
yeah,
Yes. And the bridge itself,
Let's just
you'd
keep
certainly
going.
outpace them. And the bridge itself is about 150 feet long to lead to this structure. So you all begin making your way across this bridge. After a couple of seconds, you can hear the first of the robots hit the wall of thorns. They don't seem to know what to do about it at first, so they do take a couple of rounds trying to figure out what to do before you just start hearing the sounds of hacking and slashing with instruments to try and just sort of cut through it. Kind of shrugging off the piercing damage, weirdly enough.
Oh, they're shrugging off the piercing damage. Okay.
Yeah, but it's still slowing them down tremendously.
Yeah, right. I was like, I have to roll like a lot of dice.
Yeah, the damage part of it, don't really need to worry about.
Yeah, good,
but
okay.
the slowing part, definitely there. As you all begin to make your way across this bridge, and you look down over the bridge, now that you're much closer to this pit, you can see what looks like blue lights lining this pit. And this pit itself is maybe 400 feet deep. It goes down. And this red crystalline structure seems to follow it down as well into the base of it. You see what looks like blue lights lining the sides of the pit on all sides. Not really sure what that's about, but they are there. You'll make your way across the bridge and are comfortably across the bridge and outside this structure before any of the robots have even made it through the wall of thorns. So
Nice.
you do have some breathing room. You don't see a door. You don't see an entrance. What would you like to do?
Ask Corin how the hell we get in.
That's a great question, and I'm trying to figure that out.
Can I
Perception
look
check.
around? Yeah, I want to look around with True Sight, see if there's any hidden doors or anything.
All right, perception
look.
check.
I'll
I will
see if
tell
there's any.
you, Trev, your hidden door alarm is not going off.
All right. I'm not feeling any hidden doors around here. Normally, I'm pretty good about that.
I'll give advantage
Oh.
to whoever's doing perception check.
I am. I will roll again then.
So curiously, does the bridge lead directly into the building, or is there like a
No,
walkway
there's
around
a kind of like a plaza around it. Yeah.
okay?
Natural
we'll go back
20.
to the end of the bridge.
Yeah, I've
and
got a
see if there's
17.
anything down below.
Okay. Looking down, you can see that the crystal structure kind of reaches deep into the darkness below, and that those blue lights line each sides of the pit itself, but no ladder or anything like that.
Okay.
With a natural 20 perception, and with good perceptions from everybody there, there is no door. There is no entrance. There's just this kind of crystalline structure in front of you.
Tell me again, this thing is tall, right?
Yes. So this thing is probably about 100 feet tall above you. It's circular and kind of flat along like a large round red jewel. But there's these crystalline spikes that are also coming out of it up towards the top of it. They look like they are built out into the structure itself. They don't look like they were punched through, but they are up there. And then it looks like that structure in its crystalline, in its kind of jaggedy form, rose down as well into the pit itself.
Okay.
Let me ask this to Corin first. Can I fly around this thing, or is something gonna like kill me out of the sky?
I am in for all ideas. This is the furthest I've ever gotten.
All right,
Hey, nice to know.
I'm gonna turn into something that can fly.
Okay.
Before you do that,
Yeah, go ahead.
throw a rock.
Okay.
Siren.
Into the structure itself.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before you started to fly.
No. Like it doesn't bounce off. It like seems to be ingested into the structure.
Okay.
Not comfortable.
Yikers.
Well, I'm glad I did that first.
Corin,
Okay.
Corin also like kind of stops and looks at it and looks at you and goes, "Well, that seems fucked up."
Yeah, a little.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't-
like that.
Do we want to go into the crystal?
Can I send it?
Do we have another choice?
I could send my arcane eye in. It goes 30 feet ahead. If it's not being blocked, I could try it.
Well, this seems like something that might be blocking, but that's worth a shot.
How close are the robots?
The robots are just getting through the wall of thorns, so they still have a decent amount of way before they even hit the bridge.
Okay.
The role of
Try
Max
the
will be now
eye.
played by Pearl.
Yep, the role of Nyx will now be played by Puppy.
Yo, baby.
The goodness girl.
You're gonna try and send your arcane eye
Yeah,
in.
I'll do that because that's
Bump.
quick. It doesn't take very
Bump.
long to do. Yeah.
Bump.
Awesome.
Okay. No.
Nothing.
Can't penetrate.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna fly
Spell
around
it?
and I'm gonna turn into something.
I don't know if we can
Probably like
spell something that big.
I don't know. I turned into a sparrow earlier, but it's probably something that can like see maybe a little better. Though sparrows probably can see well. Every bird can see well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I want to fly up first.
Okay. You fly up, and kind of along the.
I want to look for a door or some type of entrance or anything.
So with the natural 20 from Phaedra, I was just very comfortable in saying at all sides, at all angles, there is no door.
I want to go through the crystal. I'm gonna do it.
All right, Marleman just kind of breaks and runs.
Catch me.
Aren't you on me? Like on my back?
Yeah.
Running like this.
You feel it. You
off
feel a
and
shift,
goes for it.
Phaedra, and
Oh
then
no!
You were a bit
Marleman.
later.
Oh, shit.
you into the crystal itself, or into what looks like a crystal itself, I should say, because now you're realizing quickly this is not a crystal. It is shiny. It looks sturdy, but it is not. And as you hit it, the feeling is not unlike that of diving with your entire body into jello.
Ew.
Cool.
As
I
you
hate it. I hate it.
in,
I love it.
and
Mm.
what you
Women.
all see, you're going to hate even more. Because
Oh.
as Marleman hits it, you can see what looks like structure getting torn off him.
Thanks.
First-
I hate it.
Cool.
First, the
Cool.
fur around him starts to pull away as he moves deeper in. Then the skin itself
Y'all just
starts to
watched
pull
Marleman
away until it's
Hurt
muscle.
himself.
Why are you
Then the
like this?
bone, and then and then gone.
Why-
Marleman,
Can I? Yeah.
Oh
Uh-huh.
boy.
that's what everybody else sees. Is they
Oh.
see
Yeah.
a dog becoming more and more flayed as it moves deeper into this until
Well,
It's
all
gone.
right. I'm glad Emily wasn't here for this.
yeah. Marleman, you feel nothing,
Girl.
but
Shirley can't understand. She's just a
but
doggy.
pleasant joy, a little bit of comfort. You feel like nice and warm, and as you sort of look around, you realize you're standing on 2 feet again. You're you again. Your robes are back. Your hands are back. You got thumbs again. You feel really good.
He's dead.
And you look up, and the sun is shining and nice, and it's all very pleasant in here.
Is
You
is
turn-
the area where I came in from like gone? Is it just gone? Am I?
So you turn, and behind you, you just see green, deep green forest.
Right.
At which point you realize something's gone wrong, and something's not right. And you stop.
I always have to do this. I always have to do this.
You stop, and you can hear a voice in your head that says, organic number 8,377 uploaded successfully. And we're going to end the session there for this week.
No!
Ooh,
Keep going,
is it-
buddy.
Oh no!
It's Tron!
Oh no!
This is the Matrix. This is the Matrix.
It's the
And we'll
Marlon
figure out
Control
what's going on
Program.
and what Marleman just did and what you're all going to do about it next time around. Hopefully it's not multiple months, because I think we're going to need to build off this quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least it'll be an easy thing if it is 4 months. He'll be like, "All right, he jumped into a computer or whatever." And we'll be like, "Oh, right."
All right.
Listen.
Where's
Yeah.
Donald and Goofy and Sora? We gotta fucking go.
That's
find
not
them.
the
No, no. Oh, no. This is the bad timeline.
You didn't say it right.
Yeah, this is definitely the darkest timeline.
So I'm going to end
Thank
broadcast.
you.
Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Jay.
Bye.